Hey guys, it's Pete from Crunch Time Coaching. I'm a USPTA elite professional from the state of Georgia. Today we got a really cool video for you on the Topspin Forehand. We're going to be taking a look at it from a lot of different angles to really give you guys a breakdown on a lot of key elements you're going to need to start mastering this shot. And also, you're on the internet and you're watching this video, so I'm going to assume you're pretty darn serious about improving your tennis game. And lots of people, their biggest request is they wish they could just get a little more power on all their shots. So if you stick around to the end, I actually got a free training for you called Power Generators at the end of this video. So make sure you hang around. But let's get into today's video. All right, so the first thing I want you to notice is when I'm holding my racket and I'm setting up, and all throughout the setup, we're going to see that the racket strings are facing towards the ground. So right here in this position, if I just get one of my drawing tools, you'll see that the edge, I like to call this the edge, is actually making the strings face down. This is super, super important as you're getting ready to hit that topspin forehand. All right, now, as I keep coming back, you're going to see that the strings keep staying down. It never opens. All right, so again, we've got a nice facing down racket face. Lots of people at this point would have their strings even, and that is going to set themselves for hitting the ball and launching it out. So make sure that you do this. The best way to do this is to get in a semi-western grip, and to find it, all you got to do is just really drop your racket on the ground and pick it up. All right, so let's go into the next element here of this shot. So as I come down, the next thing I want you to do is focus on bringing your legs and your racket face beneath the ball. So we can see that I am much lower, right, than the ball actually is at this point. All right, so I'm going to have to be swinging up to this ball. And actually, even though I don't hit the bottom of the ball, I focus on the bottom of the ball, if that makes sense. If you literally hit the bottom of the ball, of course, it's going to fly up to the sky, right? If you get totally underneath it, we don't want to be doing that. But I am aiming for the bottom of the ball as I'm coming up to it. Also, another thing to notice is look at how my racket butt is laid back, and it's kind of going towards the net post. All right, so you got to relax that wrist back. This gets it in a power position and is going to allow you to really set up for some nice topspin. All right, so we're going to clear that out. Now, I'm coming up to the ball, and I'm hitting it, and watch how soon I'm reaching out. That's another thing that people don't get is you do want to reach out through the ball, but watch how soon the racket strings start to turn over and forward. Okay, so again, if we're to take a look at the racket face already, it's going to be start facing towards the ground, right? So we got it facing towards the ground already as it's coming out of there. And then look at the finish as my strings, and this is another key element to know that you've got a nice topspin forehand. If you can finish lots of your forehands over here across the shoulder with the strings facing out this way. All right, now let's take a look at some more slow motion forehands that I'm going to be using the Topspin Pro that's going to show you exactly how to get that spin going on the topspin forehand. All right, so here we are. We're on the Topspin Pro. Again, you can see that my racket butt is out here. If you were to take a look at it, it's going out that way. I'm well beneath the level of the tennis ball, and I'm going to be coming up to that tennis ball to really try and impart some spin. And then notice here too, this is something. Now if you were to play tennis, you would probably want to hit through these balls a lot more and actually have your racket, reaching out a little more. But this is really giving you the feeling of spin. So, immediately after hitting this, you can only go a little forward, then you kind of have to come up and around. I like to call this move around the clock, right? So I'm coming here, I'm making kind of a clock coming down here. We're around 7 o'clock, and then we keep coming up and over, get to midnight, and then around and over the shoulder. All right, so think about this around the clock move. This is going to give you a lot of rotation on the tennis ball, doing that over and over again. Now I got some super cool slow motion. We're just going to watch. I'm not really going to talk much, but just visualize what you want to be doing to hit this topspin forehand. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed today's training video on the forehand. Now, if you're looking for more power, all you got to do is click on that word power. If you are on your laptop or personal computer, if you are on your phone, what you can do is you can actually go up here in the corner and there's a little eye up there, and that is where you can also access the free training link. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, what we need you to do is we need you to like it, right? If you have any questions on this video, why don't you leave us some comments? And if you don't want to miss any of my future fun tennis instruction, you should subscribe. This is Pete from Crunch Time Coaching signing off. Thanks for watching this free training video on the Topspin forehand.